Welcome to Certain Point of View's Trade School, where each episode a different host talks about a comic book trade paperback that they loved and why they love it.
Hello, everyone. I am Keith Lehtinen, host of Certain POV comic book review show We Have Issues. I'm so excited to talk to you guys for this episode of Trade School because I get to talk about one of my favorite comic books of all time. I'm so excited to talk about this book because it means so much to me. It was the book that got me into Kickstarters, that led me to Kickstart books, and it's a really great time for me to talk about this because I just passed 100 Kickstarts, books backed on Kickstarter. So, this is where it all started. So I'm really happy to go ahead and talk about it. And what is that book going to be? Well, that is Destiny New York #1. This is from Space Between Publishing, and creative team is written by Pat Shand, illustrated by Manuel Pretano, letters and designs by Jim Campbell, with edits by Shannon Lee. I love this book. So this book is black and white. I have 3 copies of Volume 1. I have 2 of the original covers and 1 of the variants. And one of those is a copy that I lend out to people because I need people to get into this book, so I have people to talk to. My friend Mads at the comic book store, she has my current copy, my loan out copy right now. And basically this story is, imagine a magical school, which I love magical school stories, where their goal is to take these children of prophecy, these kids who are prophesized to do this certain thing in the future, and to prepare them to do that. And they have to take classes, and there's like a magic system that's a lot of fun. And this is the story of a girl who, her destiny, her prophecy is done. She finished it very quickly in her life. And then the idea of like, what do you do now? This is Logan. Logan is just such a fun character. I love her so much. And it's involving that, but it's also involving a lot of other stuff. There's like magical crime families going on. There's dealing with her ex-girlfriend, Bailey, who gets a spinoff book later on, and her current love interest, and just such a babe, Lilith, just the most badass butch lesbian. I love her so fucking much. This book is so good because it balances this like drama, this magic, like modern magic tale, and then also some really good humor, but it's also a really good romantic story. And it also has some of my favorite characters in comics, like ever. Specifically, I'm going to shout out my girl. If you guys have ever listened to my show when I reviewed the floppies for this, you know I'm talking about Trinity. Trinity barely appears in this volume, not nearly as much as she appears later on, but she's just so much fun. But this first volume has a lot of other really, really great characters. Anthony is a seer who can, of course, see the future, can do prophecy, and just the best little cupcake, and I love him so much. Gia, who is like Logan's best friend, and is just, she starts off kind of like more timid, but turns into like a really badass character. I really, really like Gia. And then you got the trio of the younger kids, which is Joe Rollins, Cherry, and Mary Beth. Joe is kind of a pastiche of a Harry Potter type, but with some really cool twists, is what I'll say. And he's a character that I hated at first, I think by design. But by the end of the books, I was like, holy crap, I love this character so very much. Cherry and Mary Beth make up this weird love triangle thing going on. Mary Beth's just this really idealistic girl, and Cherry is this just amazing black girl who like is in like, I'm trying not to spoil things, who rules. Let's just put it that way. Who has these really cool magical abilities and just becomes one of my favorite characters. She's so rounded, and her spinoff is really, really good too. So there's other characters that come on. There's at least 2 spinoffs for this book, but so I'm just listing characters at this point. What I want you to come away with this is that this book is just an absolute joy to read. The characters are just so much fun. The romance is really interesting and deep. There's a lot of really great subversive humor. And also, again, we got a really great modern magical tale here. This is the kind of thing that you should really, really pick up because I think you'd really enjoy it if you like these kind of tales. If you like a magical tale, you like a magical school tale, you like a queer romance tale, you like amazing characters like Trinity. I will never stop talking about Trinity. She also got a spinoff, and it's amazing. There's just so many really, really great characters in this. And there's more I could list. Anthony's great. Like, there's just so many more. But you just need to read it for yourself. It's an amazing book. We're coming up on volume 7, and the Kickstarter, I believe, is launching soon if it hasn't already. And there is usually a catch-up bundle. So catch it up. Even if you get it in PDF, I promise you will not regret it. It's just simply one of my favorite comics, period. And will always continue to be. I will always sing its praises. Well, that's it. We're done talking about Destiny New York for this time. I will see you next time. And as always, happy reading. All right, Josue, let's go through our new Comic Day stack. We have a lot to review.
I know. Maybe we've gone too far.
Well, let's see. Marvel, of course. DC.
I got Image, Dark Horse.
Black Mask, Boom, IDW.
Aftershock, Vault, of course. Mad Cave.
Oni, Valiant, Scout.
Magma, Behemoth.
Wow, that's a lot. Well, all we need now is a name for our show. We need a name for our show about reviewing comic books every week. Something clever, but not too clever.
Like a pun? It's kind of cheesy.
Yeah, it's something that seems funny at first, but we might regret later on as an impulsive decision a few dozen episodes in.
Yeah, we'll think of something.
Join Keith and Josue for We Have Issues, a weekly show reviewing almost every new comic released each week. Available on Geek Elite Media and wherever you listen to your podcasts.
CPOV.
CertainPOV.com.